How do you rate Hawthorn? I mean, obviously a bit of a benchmark, but how do you get through the way they play?
Oh no! Look, they're on top of the ladder. The only side to beat them this year is Geelong, who everyone would say is probably one of the other real good sides of the competition. We've got our work cut out, but we have played. We've played Sydney here and we've played Collingwood here in the last couple of games at home. We look forward to the opportunity to play another one of the real good sides, and we know the way we'll beat Hawthorn is we have to play really well for 4 quarters and our absolute best football.
Do you take anything out of how Geelong beat them, or is it seriously just a curse?
Oh no! I think we went to the game. All the coaches went to the game. We took some players to the game last week because we were in Melbourne. I think we can learn a lot from the way Geelong went, and you can learn a lot from other quarters that other sides have played on them too. Not just the Geelong end result. People tend to look at the end result. There's been sides throughout the year that have caused Hawthorn some issues in quarters and in halves. So we just got to look at that and drill right down there and make sure we're on top of what we need to do.
So how have they done it? Share that?
Oh, I know we'll leave a little bit of that until we get to game day and see how we end up. But I think most important in any game, you've just got to be in the contest. You've got to be willing to commit your body to the contest, and that's what we have to do again.
Geelong played a lot of keepings off against Hawthorn, and that was the key for them winning. Is that sort of something you're going to employ on Saturday?
No, it's not the way we'd play our footy. But Geelong, certainly their first quarter they dominated the ball, but after that it was a pretty level game on the possession-wise side of things. So I don't think it's a real successful way for us to go about trying to beat Hawthorn.
So what do you have to do to beat?
I just said, play 4 solid quarters of football, and we've been able to do that a lot of times this year where we've been able to turn up and be in the contest. What we haven't done probably as well as we'd like is to be able to complete it for 4 quarters. And when we've played, as we said in the last few weeks, the Sydney Collingwood games, we've been able to do that for 4 quarters, and that's been important. And if we do that again this week, we'll be right in this game.
So I guess the key again is that pressure, isn't it? That's got you those wins.
Yeah, no, that's the way we play our footy. We need to bring pressure, and we need to bring hardness to the contest, and if we do that, we'll be in every game we play.
Could the weather suit you a little bit, given the fact that if it does rain, they've got so many tall forwards?
I don't know. At the end of the day, I'll tell you, but everyone gets tricked into the weather card, and you go, "Oh, is it going to suit us? Is it going to suit them?" I think both sides at some point, if it was wet or if it was dry, we'd be sitting there saying, "This suits us," and that's what we've got to believe.
They're the best 1-2 combo, you think, Buddy and Ruffy?
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. And you add Cyril into that, and you add Gunston into that in their forward. Their forward half's really dynamic, but their midfield's good. They've got Lake down back. They're on top of the ladder for a reason, and we just got to make sure we match up as best we can. And as I said, bring the effort to the contest.
You tag Cyril?
No, I don't think you can afford to go down the path of whether he's a half-forward flanker, so typically a half-forward flanker's got a tag on him because it's called a half-back flanker, and they play on an opponent. So he's going to have an opponent on him, and if he's in the midfield, he'll have an opponent on him. Look, you could sit there and think, who should you or who shouldn't you run with in a Hawthorn-style team, but you just got to make sure that we're doing what we need to do best.
Is Buddy as big a threat as he was last couple of years, you think, this year?
I think if you asked 17 other coaches in the AFL, they'll say yes. He's a very good player, and he's a significant part. What you don't realise, Buddy gets a fair bit of attention, I suppose, which allows other people to do some damage too. So and he still, I think, kicked somewhere close to 40 goals already this year again.
Kenny Westhoff's a massive loss of the role he plays for you. How do you replace him?
Oh no, well he is. He's a big loss, and we're disappointed that he's got himself suspended. That's not something we want to accept, and we won't accept. But we just need to now make the most of the opportunity. As we said, Butch probably will get the opportunity to come in and play as a forward, and someone else will have to fill some of the other roles that Westy's been able to play for us. And we've got some good players that can do that. Blokes that can certainly cover the ground well, and there'll be someone that will step up.
When you say you won't accept it, obviously disappointed. It's obviously a reaction to the hooker push as well and coming up to him, but you don't want to see a players reported clearly. No, I won't cop that. It's not something that I want to have happen in our team. Is that the players can get them, live in their own moment for too long and hurt the side. That's not what we're going to cop. And Westy got told that straight after the game, and I told him again this morning that it's not something that we miss him. We miss him, and that hurts our team. And an individual should never put himself in front of the team.
Have you addressed the missed opportunities in the last quarter with the guys?
No. You review the game and you go through it, and we had opportunities. But look, there's the game. It's always going to be made up of the 4 quarters, and there's chances that we had earlier. There's chances Essendon had that could have done us. At the end of the day, we just weren't good enough in that game, and we played a quality side again, who were I think what were they, 12-3 or something now, and going really well and sitting third on the ladder. So you can't slip up at any stage in those games.
Does Butch do anything different later in the week? Get a bit more touch into him, or was it just normal training like everyone else?
Oh no, you're worried about he didn't play last week, so I suppose no, he's done plenty of training, and he's done stuff on Monday already, and he trained again today. Sometimes it's a real bonus to have a bit of a freshen up coming into a game of footy.
and Trengo's played a bit forward the last couple of weeks, started there. Does he have to go back given the fact of the quality of the Hawthorn forwards?
Yeah, look, our model going forward is Jackson playing back, and we're keen enough to have him down back as when we find the need to have him there, and I think we're nearly at that stage. I reckon that you can expect to see Jackson Trengo probably in our back half.
And who will he get to start the game?
There's about 3 or 4 of them down there that he could get, so I can't tell you who he'll get, other than know that there's, they've got Hale, they've got Bailey, they've got Roughhead, they've got Gunston, they've got Buddy. So there's enough height down there that Jacko could be used.
Thanks, Kim.
Thanks.
Cheers, Ken.
Good on everyone.